Welcome back to Unlimited Recaps. Today we'll be diving into a comedy thriller film from 1996 titled A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. The movie begins in Los Angeles, where Darnell Wright Martin Lawrence, a smooth-talking nightclub manager, thrives in his world of fast cars, flashy clothes, and a steady stream of women. Darnell is a charmer, handsome, quick-witted, and confident. His nightclub, Chocolate City, is the social hub for the city's nightlife, and it's where Darnell effortlessly juggles multiple romantic relationships without getting tied down to anyone. However, beneath his playful exterior, Darnell has little regard for the emotions of the women he pursues. He treats romance like a game, using his charm to get what he wants while avoiding any meaningful commitment. His friends T. Bobby Brown and Earl Daryl Mitchell are well aware of his womanizing ways, and even Smitty Melinda Williams, his co-worker, teases him about his inability to settle down. Then there's Mia Regina King, Darnell's childhood friend who has known him for years. Mia has seen Darnell go from one woman to the next, but deep down she harbors feelings for him, hoping that one day he'll realize that she's the one he truly belongs with. However, Darnell is too busy with his conquest to notice quiet affection. One day, Darnell's attention is captured by a strikingly beautiful and elegant woman named Brandi Lynn Whitfield, who enters his nightclub. Brandi is everything Darnell could ever desire: intelligent, sophisticated, successful, and mysterious. She's the type of woman who is out of Darnell's usual league, but her unattainable nature only fuels his desire to pursue her. Darnell immediately makes it his mission to win Brandi over, viewing her as his next big conquest. However, Brandi is not easily impressed by his smooth-talking charm. She's cautious and guarded, clearly not interested in a casual fling. Brandi's past experiences have made her wary of men like Darnell, and she warns him early on that she's been hurt before. She tells him there's a thin line between love and hate, a line Darnell doesn't yet understand, but will soon come to know all too well. This only makes Darnell more determined. He loves a challenge, and in his eyes, Brandi represents the ultimate prize. He embarks on a relentless pursuit, showering her with gifts, flowers, and affection, convinced that he can break through her defenses. Darnell's chase is successful, and soon he and Brandi begin a passionate relationship. On the surface, everything seems perfect. Brandi falls deeply in love with Darnell, believing his gestures of affection are genuine. She opens her heart to him, letting her guard down, and starts to envision a future together. However, unbeknownst to Brandi, Darnell's motives are far from sincere. Despite his romantic efforts, Darnell is still the same player he's always been. He's not interested in a serious commitment. To him, Brandi is just another woman in his long list of conquests. He continues to flirt with other women and even maintains a close, flirtatious relationship with Mia, further complicating the situation. Brandi, who has been emotionally scarred in the past, is desperate for a stable and meaningful relationship. She clings to the belief that Darnell is the man who will finally bring her happiness. As their relationship deepens, her emotional attachment to him grows stronger. She becomes more invested, while Darnell remains indifferent, seeing her affection as a byproduct of his charm. The honeymoon phase of their relationship doesn't last long. As time goes on, Brandi begins to notice inconsistencies in Darnell's behavior. She starts to sense that he's not as committed as he pretends to be. Her suspicions are heightened when she witnesses Darnell's flirtations with other women, especially Mia, who clearly holds a special place in his life. Brandi's insecurities and jealousy slowly start to surface. She becomes more possessive and controlling, constantly questioning Darnell's whereabouts and who he's spending time with. Darnell, on the other hand, begins to feel suffocated by Brandi's increasing demands for his attention. He tries to reassure her with more lies, promising her love and devotion while secretly planning his exit from the relationship. Despite the warning signs, Darnell continues to string Brandi along, playing with her emotions. He convinces himself that he can handle the situation, unaware that Brandi is far more dangerous than he realizes. Darnell's deceitful behavior reaches its peak when he decides to rekindle his relationship with Mia, realizing that he truly has feelings for Mia. He begins to distance himself from Brandi, leaving her heartbroken and confused. Brandi, who has invested her emotions deeply into the relationship, is devastated by the sudden change in Darnell's attitude. When Brandi confronts Darnell about his feelings for Mia, he lies once again, telling her that he's just not ready for a serious commitment. However, Brandi sees through his lies, realizing that he's betrayed her trust and taken advantage of her love. This betrayal sends Brandi over the edge. The thin line between love and hate that she warned Darnell about has been crossed, and her feelings of love quickly transform into an all-consuming hatred. Darnell has unleashed a side of Brandi that he never could have anticipated, and now she's out for revenge. Brandi's heartbreak quickly spirals into a dangerous and all-consuming obsession. Unable to cope with Darnell's betrayal, she becomes fixated on making him pay for the pain he caused her. What begins as subtle acts of revenge soon snowballs into a full-scale vendetta, where Brandi's behavior becomes increasingly erratic and violent. Her need for retribution overtakes her, and she embarks on a mission to destroy Darnell's life piece by piece. At first, Brandi stalks Darnell, showing up unannounced at his nightclub and leaving cryptic, threatening messages. Her attempts to intimidate him grow more invasive as she vandalizes his car, breaks into his home, and even harasses his friends and co-workers. The escalation in her actions is relentless, with each destructive deed making Darnell feel more isolated and vulnerable. What started as a mere inconvenience soon transforms into a living nightmare, leaving Darnell petrified and uncertain about how to regain control of his life. His friends, who once dismissed Brandi's actions as harmless, now urge him to go to the police. But Darnell, ashamed and embarrassed, is reluctant to admit that he's become powerless in the face of her obsession. Keep Darnell in her grasp, no matter the consequences. The film builds toward a tense and heart-pounding climax when Brandi stages a fake suicide attempt to lure Darnell into her home. Armed with a gun, Brandi makes it clear that she'd rather see Darnell dead than allow him to walk away from her. The ensuing confrontation is both dramatic and emotional, as Darnell pleads for his life, apologizing for his actions and attempting to appeal to Brandi's former self. But by this point, Brandi is too far gone. Her hatred has overtaken her, leaving no room for reconciliation. In a frantic struggle, the two grapple for control, and just when it seems that Brandi is about to exact her final revenge, the police arrive, having been alerted by one of Darnell's friends. The once confident and composed woman has been reduced to a shattered and vengeful shell of her former self, completely undone by her obsessive love for Darnell. In the aftermath of Brandi's arrest, Darnell is left to face the consequences of his actions. He reflects on how his cavalier attitude toward love and relationships not only jeopardized his life but also hurt those around him. His carelessness and refusal to be honest or take responsibility for his behavior led to the chaos and destruction that unfolded. With Mia's support, Darnell begins the difficult process of rebuilding his life, realizing that true love requires honesty, trust, and commitment, qualities he failed to show in his relationship with Brandi. Now, with a clearer understanding of the cost of his mistakes, the movie ends on a sobering note, with Darnell walking away from the experience a changed man. While he survived Brandi's wrath, the emotional scars of the ordeal will stay with him, serving as a reminder of how easily love can turn into hate when people's emotions are toyed with. A Thin Line Between Love and Hate is a powerful film that explores the dangerous consequences of deceit, manipulation, and obsession in relationships. Through the story of Darnell and Brandi, the movie illustrates how love, when taken for granted, can quickly turn into hatred and lead to devastating outcomes. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It helps you stay updated with all the latest movie recaps. Also, give this video a like if you found it entertaining, and feel free to share it with friends or on social media. Your support really means a lot. Thanks again for watching.